multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger. Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braille only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn
Well, hello. To you, and welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's Work Before Live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed, it is 19 degrees. Why can't it be warmer outside, though, for real? Because there's a good deal I'm going to tell y'all about that I want to go get, but it's like, no, I don't think it's even worth it. If it was warm, sure. It's a phrase. Kevin Bradley, it's a phrase. So I'm going to give you love, grace, and space. Just like Jim Bob Jones, I'm going to give y'all space because y'all seem like troll energy, but I'm going to give y'all love, grace, and space until you show different. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all of you here. I know Coach James Hodge very well. Welcome in. And glad to have all of you here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all. Seattle Seahawks, they won the Super Bowl last night. I was watching with my family as we were eating on Kookaburra wings. By the way, I hope everybody got the Kookaburra wings, 60 wings for $6. You gotta say the barbecue. It's on fire, okay? It's very good, very good, very good. So we'll talk about that, and not to mention too, Mr. Beast. He's giving away $1 million, so hopefully whoever figured out the code, congratulations to you. But it seems like it's going to be a multi-day campaign. And then Lay's got a contest where in 72 hours they're going to bring you the freshest bag. If they don't, you win free chips for a year. So the commercials really weren't all that this year, which was kind of interesting. But we'll get into all that. And then Bad Bunny, he shut down the Super Bowl. Yes, he did. Wonderful, wonderful job. I think we live in a society where the stage should be available for everybody who deserves it. Bad Bunny definitely threw down. Chris Brown, you wonder why people still think you are a DV abuser? Because who asked you? And bruh, in the words of K. Michelle, your behavior is diminishing your talent. Your behavior is diminishing your talent. Your behavior is diminishing your talent. What did K. Michelle say? You're more known for mess than your talent. We'll talk about Chris Brown. Thomas Williams, as you guys know, he passed away. That is the father of Wendy Williams, 94 years old. My Lord, what a life lived. Am I correct about that? We'll talk about that. Kelly Farrell, I'm going to need you to pay attention to Drew Sidora because you shaded her about these Tubi movies. But child, you went after Britt Eady. Britt Eady's more beloved than your existence. You can't keep your restaurants open and you got lawsuits. Wait till you see this Drew Sidora news, okay? Lindsey Vonn, she did her downward slope event at the Milan Olympics. And y'all, I saw it and it was horrible, tragic and disgusting. That happened in that fashion. But she is A-okay. We will talk about that. Wes Moore, the only black governor to be blocked out of the governor's dinner. But we got to remember we have a waste of a life president who also posted a video with the Obamas looking like apes. So we got to know who we're dealing with here. And then we are on the route of Route 66. But there's a dark history with that, and black people will get into all that this morning. So let's get to it. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Sorry, y'all, for the longness. I was trying to get the commercials together, and StreamYard was backlogged. But anyway, you still gonna get a good show either way. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. And one thing to know and two things for sure that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it off right. But I'm waiting for you to daylight. And a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chin Moonves and Teresa Mitchell, Dave Price, Sarah Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You're absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you. Let's get to the beginning and do what we do. Yes, indeed. We'll kick it off with this right here. Huge thing that's happening. So if you don't know, right here, for those of you who watch the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, okay, today, they are going to be giving away 1,995,000 free iced coffees to any size to customers who use the code Will Dunkin' in the Dunkin' app on today, Monday, February 9th. So if you have a Dunkin' Donuts in your area, any size, get the large, okay? So just wanted to shout that out. And of course, they aired a commercial featuring Jennifer Aniston, Alfonso Ribeiro, and also Jaleel White as well. So, but yes, free coffee today, okay? So go out and get your free coffee. I wish it was warmer so I could go, okay? But listen, this is what we do. We share information around here as a tool. Sometimes we use it as a weapon to handle things, but otherwise, we use it as a tool. So let's get into it, because the Super Bowl was on last night, everybody. From the Associated Press, Seahawks ride their dark side defense to a Super Bowl title, pounding the Patriots 29-13. Child. It looked like it was going to be a blowout. I'm not going to sit here in front for a while. I mean, the Patriots didn't score for what? 3 quarters? My Lord Jesus. Here we go. From Santa Clara, California, the dark side defense carried Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks to the Lombardi Trophy. Devon Witherspoon, Derek Hall, Brian Murphy, and the rest of Mike McDonald's ferocious unit pummeled Drake May and the Seattle Seahawks beat the New England Patriots 29-13 on Sunday to win the franchise's second Super Bowl. We never waver, man. We believe in each other. We love each other. And now we're world champions. McDonald said. Darnold threw a touchdown pass to A.J. Bronner. Kenneth Walker III ran for 135 yards, and Jason Myers set a Super Bowl record by making all 5 of his field goal tries. It was mostly field goals for most of the Super Bowl. And I got Jason, that brother deserves to be the MVP, but also you know who else deserves to be the MVP? That brother who ran and took it to the house and there was a holding on him. That should have been a touchdown. It should have. To do this with our team, I wouldn't want any other way. Darryl said, so proud of our guys, our defense. I mean, I can't say enough great things about our defense, our special teams. And my mom said, it was those black players. And yes, my mama was right. And I think they also recognize that too. Walker became the first running back to win Super Bowl MVP since Hall of Famer Terrell Davis did with Denver 28 years ago. Oh, wow. Talk about history making there. Uchenza Nwosu punctuated a punishing defensive performance by snagging May's pass in the air after Witherspoon hit his arm and running it back 45 yards for a pick 6. We went through a lot, but we believe. Witherspoon said, all of you doubters out there who said all that other stuff, you don't know what's going on in this building. We're 1-1 over here. I need all those haters to wear Seattle Seahawks jerseys to work today. That's what I need y'all to do. Now, I'm just going to say this. Some of you may have thirsty toxicity energy. I'm going to just let you know something. When you move like thirsty toxicity, you usually making fun of kids, usually making fun of women, you usually making fun of men, disabilities, this, that, the third. And I have to tell you, it never ends well for them because either you got to wear a Seattle Seahawks jersey, you're not as big and loud supporting that person, but you also probably cut best friends that really were good to you, but yet you support thirsty toxicity. And on top of all that, You might get banned off of YouTube if you do too much hate on the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, all right, moving on. So, Seattle won its first Super Bowl a dozen years ago with behind its legion of boom defense. Then was denied a repeat when New England's Malcolm Butler intercepted Russell Wilson at the goal line. The Seattle Seahawks have been back to the Super Bowl since. Darnold became the first quarterback in the 2018 NFL draft class to win a Super Bowl ahead of Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson. Labeled a bust dump by two teams and considered expendable by two others, Darnold proved his doubters wrong while helping the Seattle Seahawks go 17-3. After leading the NFL with 20 turnovers in the regular season, Darnold didn't have any in the three playoff games. He wasn't particularly sharp against a solid Patriots defense, but protected the ball and made enough plays, finishing 19-38 for 202 yards. I know we won the Super Bowl, but we could have been a little bit better on offense. But I don't care about that right now, Darnold said. It's an unbelievable feeling, man. I'm just so happy for the guys in the locker room, the coaches that put so much effort throughout the whole season. Seahawks sacked May 6 times, including a two-piece by Hall and Murphy. Hall strip sack late in the third quarter set up a short field, and Darnold connected with Barner on a 16-yard scoring toss to make it 19-0. Julian Love's interception set up another field goal that made 22-7 with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left. The Patriots 17-4 punted on the first 8 drives, excluding a kneel down to end the first half. Just reminding them that we are 307 days into what hopefully is going to be a long, successful program, and it's okay to be disappointed, New England coach Mike Vrabel said. Down 19-0. Yeah, it was 19-0 on the scoreboard. May and the Patriots offense finally got going. He hit Matt Collins over the middle in traffic for 24 yards and then lofted a perfect 35-yard touchdown pass to Hollins down the left side to cut the deficit to 19-7. Tom Brady once led Bill Belichick's Patriots to the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history when New England rallied from a 28-3 deficit against Atlanta for a 34-28 overtime victory. But May, who was runner-up to Matthew Stafford for the Associated Press NFL MVP award in the closest race in 2 decades, didn't come close. He had a chance to narrow the gap, but his ill-advised pass into triple coverage was picked by Love, and the Patriots trailed by 15 when they got the ball back with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left. May said after the game that he had pain-relieving injection in his right shoulder, which he injured in the AFC Championship win at Denver, but said didn't affect his play. Then it came to Nunsu's touchdown, a fitting way to cap an overwhelming effort by the NFL. Stingiest defense definitely hurts. They played better than us tonight, May said. Played better than y'all. Played better than y'all. Played better than y'all. They whooped y'all ass. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. Oh, my God. That is hilarious. Okay. A May 7-yard touchdown pass to, Ramadeer Stevenson late in the game only made the margin small. The Seahawks took a 3-0 lead on Myers' 33-yard field goal on the game's opening drive. Myers connected from 39 and 41 yards to extend the lead to 9-0 at halftime. He was good from 41 on Seattle's first drive of the quarter, making it 12-0. Patriots player of the game, cornerback Christian Gonzalez made 2 outstanding plays to prevent potential touchdowns in the second quarter. He raced back and leaped in the air. Yes, he did. To slap away a deep pass to Rashad Shaheed that could have been a 70-yard touchdown. On Seattle's last drive in the first half, Gonzalez knocked down a pass to all-pro wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. That would have been a 23-yard touchdown. Mills gets 2-for-1 sack. Ryan Mills pushed left guard Jarrett Wilson into May and took both of them down on one of Seattle sacks. Bad Bunny shines at halftime. We're going to get into it. Bad Bunny headlined a visually stunning halftime performance that also featured appearances by Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, the Grammy-winning Puerto Rican artist, entirely in Spanish. He sung entirely in Spanish. Patriots denied a record 7th title. The Patriots failed to win the franchise's 7th Super Bowl, which was set for a record. They are tied with the Steelers with 6 championships. Viable, the Associated Press NFL Coach of the Year was aiming to become the 5th person to win a Super Bowl as a player and head coach, and the first to do both with the same team. 23-year-old May became the 2nd youngest quarterback to start a Super Bowl, but could become the youngest to win it. Then Roethlisberger still holds that mark. So, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. It was a great, great game, for sure. And I gotta tell you something. Let me tell you, my sister, she is such a troll with football. I didn't know she was, doing left hooks and right hooks and everything else. I'm like, you shady boots. But it was all in good fun. Now, let's talk about Bad Bunny, okay? Because Bad Bunny threw down. Okay, he did. Shout out to Variety.com here. Bad Bunny stuns the Super Bowl with Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, a real wedding ceremony. Now, I saw the ceremony, but I didn't know if it was real or not, but there's a backstory with that. As Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, and more party on stage. Bad Bunny promised the world will dance in his advertisement for the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. His joyous, elaborate, unapologetic, unity-themed performance did not disappoint as he, with Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, and many more, raced through a medley of his songs and introducing them and himself to the many more than 125 million viewers. The show was steeped in the tradition of Latin America, especially his native Puerto Rico, as the elaborate set included a mock sugarcane field, Puerto Rico, Vecindad with a barbershop, liquor store, and the iconic Casita, small house where Bad Bunny welcomed celebrity guests during his Puerto Rico concert residency last summer. Previewed in Variety's June 2025 Bad Bunny cover story. So on Sunday night, Karol G, Cardi B, Young, Michael, Jessica Alba, and Pedro Pascal was spot dancing under the Casita roof as the performance moved through the field to the Vista and Casita to a giant dance floor filled with exuberant dancers and an actual wedding. His rep confirms the performance was so loaded with Easter eggs and so political references that fans would be decoding it for weeks. But unity was a key theme at the end of the performance. Bad Bunny declared God bless America before naming every country in all of the Americas, including the United States, Canada, and of course his motherland, Puerto Rico. Behind him, a billboard flashed in giant letters, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love," likely direct rebuke from negative comments, many of them racist, that he received before he even set foot on the stage. Many moments and elements of the show could also be perceived as a rebuke to the 47 administration and its brutal anti-immigration policies. The show was threaded with references to its island and references to politics, including a cream salsa jersey stamped with the number 64, a possible nod to the first reported death of Hurricane Maria. But the night was above all a dance party. Lady Gaga making it do what it do there. At the center of the performance, Gaga also sang a salsa-inflected version of her 2024 hit with Bruno Mars, "Die with a Smile," as the couple were married on stage, and another nod to Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny welcomed fellow native Ricky Martin to the stage to sing a brief version of Lo Que La Pasa a Hawaii from Bad Bunny's Grammy-winning latest album, Tres Más Fotos. Perhaps the performance's most political speech, Bad Bunny's Grammy acceptance speech last weekend, during which he said "ice out" and gave a passionate speech in English about racism, was replayed on small television as a young boy who certainly resembled Liam, the 5-year-old who was incarcerated by ICE in Minneapolis last month, and then the singer handed him his Grammy Award. Okay, see, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wow. Okay. Before the game, a group of protesters near Tasman Drive by the stadium's east side entrance carry "Ice Out" towels, "Abolish ICE Now" posters as football fans streamed inside despite earlier threats from Homeland Security. Christy Nome ICE agents were not in evidence at the Super Bowl because I think those people would have handled ICE disrespectfully, because it's coming to that point where they need to be disrespectfully handled. Okay? All right, moving on. The singer opened the show with his hit "Tin Mean Perrito," taking off the energy immediately, walking through the sugarcane field, bumping into Veto's the uncles and grandpas playing dominoes, Villa's taco stand, and Tonita, the owner of the Caribbean Social Club, who handed him a single shot of rum. I would have drunk that, but also, too, he had a whole halftime show to perform. Then he moved past the nail salon, barbershop, a boxing match with Puerto Rican boxers, Sade Zayas and Emilio Vargas. After the high-octane opener, Bad Bunny emerged on the rooftop of a Super Bowl recreated casita for Yo Barcelona with some A-list Latino stars, including Karol G, Cardi B, Jessica Alba, and Pedro Pascal were singing Parando under the on-the-field roof of another display of Latino unity. Alex Earl and some other non-Latino stars worked their way onto the small porch too. As Bad Bunny sang his hit Morocco, Lady Gaga joined the show on elevated platform for a Puerto Rican wedding recreation, emerging as a salsa singer for a Latinified reimagining of Die With Smile, supported by legendary salsa group Los Sobrinos. After the performance, Bad Bunny joined Gaga on stage for a joyful dance to Ballet and La Vienda. The moment stood out as one of the show's most powerful. Bad Bunny, the most dominant Latino star in the world, sharing the stage with Gaga, a universally beloved pop veteran, for unapologetic Latino representation for one of the biggest pop songs on the planet unity indeed. Dance, dance, dance without fear, Bad Bunny said in Spanish to end the song before falling onto a crowd of dancers that caught him for the start of New Vol. After Gaga, the appointed moment followed, led by the second musical guest of the evening, Ricky Martin, the Puerto Rican star, appeared on stage, sitting on one of the plastic chairs that emulated the Demtra album cover. He sang alone for empty chair next to him as dancers behind him enacted an electrocution after a polygon or blackout, direct reference to the 11 months it took for power to be restored on the island following Hurricane Maria. The chair may have represented more than the 3,000 lives lost in the hurricane just a few days ago. Martin wrote open letter to Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico newspaper El Nuevo Dia, praising Bad Bunny for headline stages across the world, carrying his language, his accent, and his story. The pair then performed El Pagan, 2017 song Bad Bunny released about the blackout, where Bad Bunny let out the expletive Puerto Rico Esteban Carbon. Basically, Puerto Rico is the shit. Martin's performance at the Super Bowl halftime show makes sense thematically because he also became the face of Latin music's U.S. crossover in the 1990s, particularly with his hit smash single "Live La Vida Loca." While he didn't perform the track on Sunday, Martin Bad Bunny joined forces on Canto from Martin's Pausa EP in 2020. As the performance wound down, dancers carrying flags from across the Americas moved to electrified rendition of Cafe Con Ron, backed by Los Pintos de La Crista. Bad Bunny later appeared holding a football in his God Bless America statement, revealing a message from the pigskin in his hands. Together we are America. The show ended with the hit DTMF before the football field became a dance party while a fireworks show went off. As it's been widely known, that Sunday's halftime show was the first primarily Spanish language performance to take place at the Super Bowl, although Bad Bunny was a guest back in 2020 when he, J Balvin, guested during Shakira and Jennifer Lopez's headline performance. Gloria Estefan, who performed during the halftime show in 1992 with Miami Sound Machine, is the only other previous Latin halftime performer. While Bad Bunny's performance was exuberant and deeply coded celebration of Latin American culture, it was also a statement that culture is meant to be shared. Love is stronger than hate. Together we are America. Everyone is welcome on the dance floor. First of all, I have to tell you that halftime show was what was needed in every sense of the word. I thought it was fabulous, and when it came to like the sugarcane field, I thought about us black people and us picking cotton. And so even though it was a sugarcane field, it related to blacks and minorities always doing the work. And then to see the grandpas and the uncles playing dominoes, and then to see the nail salon, and to see, you know, a family with a kid watching TV, and then him crashing through, you know, the home, and Cardi B and everybody dancing on the porch, and just that was so brilliant. And honestly, I was looking at when the power went out, I was looking at the stadium and all the LED lights. There's always more than meets the eye. The word's Optimus Prime. And by the way, I just want to say this. Does anybody not know that Puerto Rico is a U.S. state? That's the 51st state of the United States of America. I don't know why we want to pretend that ain't a thing, but it was just mind-boggling. And then, of course, the president said this, that, and the third. I'm like, sir, do you want to talk about how you allegedly auctioned off young girls and judged their tightness and forced them to perform fellatio on you? This is coming from the same motherfucker that said if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he'll be dating her. I'ma need y'all to get y'all priorities straight. Okay? All right? Moving on. Because I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Now, of course, Lord Jesus, as we all know, not everybody is intelligent. That's not, and that is besides adding thirsty toxicity to the list. We know that person, and that's being kind, because she's a waste of life. He, she, it was a waste of life. It is a waste of life, and has been a waste of life that should have been swallowed by her fucking mother. But that's neither here nor there. But listen, that includes her supporters as well. Her, he, its supporters. Let's go on. But also, for those of you who don't know, Turning Point USA Child also had a halftime show. I'm like, this never happened during the first administration. When the president, when 47 was in the first time, there never was a halftime show. So Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show was an all-American triumph. Turning Point USA's was a born MAGA grift with Kid Rock. Where the mission text merch to 71776 for official Turning Point USA merch. Wait, y'all couldn't get Nicki Minaj for the halftime show? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that you will utilize blackness for a moment, but you won't embrace the culture to have an experience? Nikki, they did want you for the halftime show. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's roll on. Those were the first words greeting thousands of viewers as they joined Turning Point's YouTube channel for the 15-minute countdown before their alternate all-American halftime show, as a Chiron ran nonstop at the bottom of the screen, hawking merchandise and begging for text signups. It was a fitting start for a slapdash night music that seemed half heart from the start. And you mean Tim Allen couldn't introduce Kid Rock? I'm just Tim Allen. I love you, brother, in the world of Disney, but bruh, you couldn't get to the halftime show to introduce Kid Rock? Or Sylvester Stallone? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, life is all sunshine and rainbows. Even though I have some Latino in me, I'm an American. Let's roll on. The whole event was predicated on outrage from the MAGA faithful over Bad Bunny, a proud Puerto Rican who performs in Spanish, being selected to perform the Super Bowl halftime show, because those angry about Bad Bunny couldn't say the quiet part out loud outside of Turning Point conspicuously surveying fans about what kinds of music they want, and one of the choices was anything in English. Vague language was instead used to invoke patriotism. Unfortunately, the All-American halftime show was unable to evoke much more than a shrug, with half-hearted pop country performances that showed the limitations of booking a big show with minimal talent. Ow! Wait a minute, let me read that again. Variety, you shady boots, Bob everywhere. Unfortunately, the All-American halftime show was unable to evoke much more than a shrug, with half-hearted pop country performances that show the limitations of booking a big show with minimal talent. Unfortunately, the All-American halftime show was unable to evoke much more than a shrug with half-hearted pop country performances that showed the limitations of booking a big show with minimal talent. And by the way, I was watching some of the clips that came out. Y'all, it was no audience there. It was so bad. Oh my God, it was so bad. As the YouTube live viewer count approached 5.5 million viewers, and even Candace Owens, who is not black, she's Candace, said that was some bull jive. In the words of Uncle Shannon Sharp, Brant Galley's guitars kicked things off with a solo electric guitar rendition of the Star Spangled Banner that would struggle to lit more than polite applause from Jimi Hendrix. Drenched in red line, Gilbert's set was inoffensive twang that he felt like the emotional renaissance was sucked out by a rock and roll vampire. There's a lot of ways to go with that, but we're gonna roll on. The only ear demolishing moment came during Gilbert's hip hop verse in Dirt Road Anthem, with his faux hawk looking less like a style choice and more like his hair hopping to escape ridicule. Ultimately, it was a reminder that while Gilbert said he took the gig because he imagined his kids watching their dad perform at halftime during the biggest game in American football, he had actually done that. Sir, oh my God. Like, this is the thing, right? I see where you're taking the inch and making it miles. Like, hey, I performed during the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was happening in Santa Clarita, California. Y'all were where y'all were. It's almost like, how can I equate this? That's almost like when Ryan Seacrest says it's the biggest night of the year with the biggest performances of the year. No, it's not the biggest performances of the year with the biggest artists of the year, okay? It just so happens that because y'all been on for over 50 years, 5 decades, that you guys are able to have the clout to get the biggest artists to perform on the last day of the year. You're using semantics to be able to make your circumstances. That's all that is. No disrespect to Ryan Seacrest and Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, which has been rocking on for a very long time. But let's keep it a buck on some things, okay? All right. Moving on. I can't do it. I cannot do it. The move here is carving out a niche MAGA audience and some appreciate Fox News hits. So just be honest, rather. The open mic night trudged along as bunny emojis mentally flood the live chat. Ow! I bet y'all the mods delete. And broke up the RNC light staging of the musical acts. Lee Bryce's 3-song set was accurately described by his closer, Hard to Love, and Gabby Barrett's 2-song blip proof that these artists still aren't ready for prime time. Their gambit to align themselves with the mock crowd might be their only hope in elevating their careers. The highlight was undoubtedly headline Kid Rock, whose stage performances elevated his career for decades, starting rather energetically with bright lights, a big flag, and a huge fur coat. Darius, did you give Kid Rock that fur coat? I'm talking about Darius from Ready to Love, y'all. It was fun for a moment to root for the guy taking a shot at the nearly 30-year-old rap rock anthem I'm breaking it down with a big fedora and jean shorts. Kid Rock resembles someone's fun-loving uncle 4 drinks deep in a Tampa karaoke bar. Now Tampa is like, how did we get in this? Why we catch a stray? Why we in the conversation? But quickly became clear that the self-described American badass decided that lip syncing to the backtrack was too square, so he just kind of stopped. Oh my God. Okay. It was the night's only truly unexpected moment. A classical duo then played a leafy string interlude, and Kid Rock was reintroduced with his very serious government name, Robert James Ritchie, to play a very serious song, a cover of Cody Johnson's Till You Can't. It was a somber moment that likely sent artists scrambling to pop open another beer. Hang on, wait. Wait a minute. Oh my God. I think I have the perfect meme for that. Because this is the perfect name for this. Right here. This is basically what Variety is saying. This is how the halftime show crowd at Turning Point USA was looking like, okay? Give me a moment, though. Okay, here we go.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
You win.
All right. What do I win?
Another beer.
Oh, my God. It's jarring to remember that prior to MAGA, Kid Rock's biggest political affiliation was something from Mitt Romney's Milquetoast 2012 presidential campaign. Yet in 2016, the year after his singles last hit the Billboard Hot 100, he rode hard for the loudmouth 47. Since then, he's been riding that wave of partisan relevancy, popping up at random functions to rap at puzzled congressmen singing Moshkit's ballads to wealthy donors. Hey, the 47 family is making money off of this MAGA thing. Why can't other grifters with merch stores full of American flags jump on the train? Damn, this is a scathing review, but I love it. Meanwhile, the Turning Point show screamed about patriotism. Bad Bunny's official show was filled with highlight after highlight of the things that are exciting about America, a nation full of people who came here with talents and differences worth embracing. So even if you don't speak Spanish, visual storytelling evoked so many people living the American dream, from the workers in the opening segment to elderly folks, female friendships, dancing, drinks, and an unabashed jubilation and unity. Ignore the blink and you miss it shot of the few guys grinding on each other. I did see that. There was even plenty of that MAGA crowd would have enjoyed if they were even bothered to watch it. A real life wedding, beautiful women dancing. Oh shit. They say all the MAGA women look like ugly bitches. That's basically what they trying to say. Now listen, they didn't say, I'm just translating it, okay? All right. A great big declaration of God bless America. But if there was never going to be a good faith effort to beat Bad Bunny's show halfway like clockwork, 47 sent out a long message on Truth Social minutes after it ended, slamming it as quickly as possible. Note to 47, nobody understands a word this guy is saying. He sings in Spanish. Dude better take that cognitive test again. In person, woman, man, camera, TV. In the end, the final words shown on Bad Bunny's performance were seen on a massive video screen. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. The final words on the Turning Point broadcast: get involved, next to a QR code begging for more money. Who wrote this? Because they deserve all the applause. William Earl, applause to you, good sir. Applause, 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 and applause to you. You know what? Let me play that meme real quick. Hang on. Because honestly, it needs to be played. So here we go. Give me a moment.
You can change my tonight. You can be from the wall to the morning light.
White House physicians monitor everything about a president, including his cognitive ability. Most presidents don't talk about that, of course, but this president was happy to, in great detail, when asked by our Dr. Siegel. Watch.
I asked the doctor, I said, is there some kind of a cognitive test that I could take? Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera. camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, person, woman, man, camera, TV. And they said, wow, that's amazing. The first questions are very easy. The last questions are much more difficult, like a memory question. Okay, now he's asking you other questions, other questions. And then 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, say, remember the first question? Not the first, but the 10th question. Give us that again. You can do it. And you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV. Wow, that's amazing. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, person, woman, man, camera, TV. And they said, wow, that's amazing. They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. But for me, it was easy. That's not an easy question, and it's okay. If you repeat them out of order, it's okay. They ask it to you, they give you 5 times and you have to repeat them. But then when you go back about 20, 25 minutes later, and they say, go back to that question and repeat them. Can you do it? And you go, person, woman, man, camera, TV. Wow, that's amazing. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that? Person, woman, man, person, woman, man, camera, TV. And they said, wow, that's amazing. What the fuck, bro?
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. You know what? I should have played that at the Turning Point USA halftime show. Just blasted. And I promise you, they'll be like, man, this is kind of cool. You know what? They made fun of our president. Take that shit down. So, y'all, more good news for Bad Bunny. I saw this. I wasn't able to add to the show and link in the description box below, but I did want to come out with this here from Urban Radio Nation. Shout out to these guys right here. iHeartMedia, Bad Bunny, and Rima Sports presents Ronald Acuna Jr.'s new podcast, professional baseball outfielder Ron Acuna Jr. to host first show coming early 26. iHeartMedia, the #1 podcast publisher according to PodTrack and Rima Sports, Bad Bunny's premier sports management and brand alliance agency. Bad Bunny's going places. The president, his administration supports can't go nowhere. Anywhere. In the words of Danielle Begro, catch me outside. How about that? You step outside, we'll handle you disrespectfully. As you deserve. Today announced a new partnership to produce original podcasts and content for My Culture, iHeart's podcast network dedicated to elevating Latino voices and stories. The first show from the collaboration will debut in early 2026, featuring MLB's Major League Baseball's 2025 Comeback Player of the Year and Rima's talent, Ronald Acuna Jr. Rima Sports, co-founded by the Latin superstar Bad Bunny and Rima's entertainment executives Noah Assad and Jonathan Miranda, creates media content around sports, music, and more, covering every base of Latin sports and entertainment worldwide. Launched in 2023, the Puerto Rican sports agency is dedicated to building the next generation of great Latin American athletes. Their roster of talent spans over 45 elite athletes across a variety of sports, including MLB superstar Fernando Tatis Jr., #1 ranked paddle player Agustin Tapa, Colombian motorsports legend Juan Pablo Montoya, alongside rising star Sebastian Montoya, and 2025 WBO light middleweight world champion Alexander Zayas, who was in the halftime show, by the way. In February 2026, the agency will officially expand into the NFL, welcoming its first class of NFL athletes and marking a major milestone in its evolution across global sports. I'm super pumped about this. You know, I love baseball, but I also love everything about being Latino, our vibe, the music that moves us, our family stories, and all the struggles we face every day. So Acuna, this podcast is my chance to open up, talk straight about the good stuff, the tough stuff, and what inspires us. Plus, it's a chance to kick it with people I really respect and who have a lot to share. I want everyone listening to feel like they're just hanging out with me, because that's how I see my community. I'm ready to get started and show something real, something that really represents who we are. We're excited to join iHeart's My Culture for a podcast that goes beyond sports, covering culture, family, and the stories that connect us. As Latino said, Alexandra Patron, director at Rima Sports, having Ronald Okura lead the first show marks the start of authentic conversations that inspire and bring fans closer to the talent and vision of our athletes. Sports aren't just something the Latino community watches, it's something we live, said Leo Gomez, head of iHeart Media's My Cultural Podcast Network. Sports are a part of the culture, heritage, and legacy that is woven into who we are. Partner with Rima Sports on amazing audio content curated by Bad Bunny and his team will allow us to bring sports and pop culture icons like Ronald to listeners everywhere and share rich stories about how Latinos experience, elevate, redefine sports every day. The My Culture Podcast Network launched in May of 2021 in collaboration with Eric Santos, iHeartMedia's top-rated on-air personality and president and chief creative officer of iHeart Latino, and has since welcomed actor, producer, entrepreneur, and activist Wilma Valderrama, along with Eva Longoria and her studio Hyphenate Media Group as stakeholders. Since launch, the network has experienced steady growth and is now home to more than 60 podcasts, including Chicas and Chill, starring Desi Arnaz and Wilma Valderrama, Latino USA Radio, Ambatele, The Moment with George Ramos and Paula Ramos, Wrestling Freddie More Better with Stephanie Beatrice and Melissa Fumo, Ocas Papa, podcast Eric Santos podcast You versus You with Lex Burrow, Hungry for History, Eva Longoria, and Mate Gomez Rayon, and many more. Listeners can find the full catalog of My Culture podcast right here. All My Culture shows are distributed by iHeart Podcasts, which is also the home to the NFL Podcast Network, iHeart Women's Sports, Stephon Curry and Eric Payne's Unanimous Media Podcast Slate, NHL Series, National Hockey League Series, and more podcasts across the sports landscape. Listen on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere podcasts are heard. That is how you move in business. Congratulations to Bad Bunny. Now, of course, maybe Turning Point USA should get Chris Brown. Oh, you know what? That's what y'all should do next Super Bowl. Get Chris Brown and Nicki Minaj to perform at y'all halftime show. That's what y'all should do. Yeah, that's what y'all should do. Absolutely. And there's also some more good news when it comes to artists as well. We'll get to that here. Just saw it pop up here. So Chris Brown decides to insert his voice into the conversation that nobody asked for. And it's a damn shame. By the way, shout out to Cross here. New season February 11th. Shout out to them. I'm glad that is rising up. By the way, that is from oh my God, James Patterson. The original character was supposed to be black, and his agent wanted him to make Alex white, but James Patterson said no, he needs to be black. So shout out to James Patterson for standing on business. Absolutely. So Chris Brown says they need me after Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show. Bro, they need you. I'm sorry. Now listen, I know what everybody's gonna say. Well, Chris Brown's bigger than you. Here's the guy. He's bigger than all y'all too. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It is so unnerving to me that in the society we live in, just because you didn't make it means you got shit on people. You know, that's an internal reflection of how you ain't shit to nobody, right? Okay, moving on. Ciao. By the way, shout out to complex.com for this story. Chris Brown is seemingly entering the chat following Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show not long after the Puerto Rican star wrapped up his electrifying halftime performance. Brown shared some words to his Instagram story. I think it's safe to say they need me, with the sly emoji. Smirking emoji, rather. Brown seemingly had different too about the Super Bowl halftime show in 2023, as seen in a since deleted exchange on Instagram. A fan asked the singer, "When are you performing at the Super Bowl? We need you at the next one." Brown replied, "Never sure. American media ain't for me. I'd rather be where I'm welcome." Be where you welcome. the thing that I don't get when people say this. I go where I'm welcomed. And I did hear some said content creators say that on YouTube. And I'm like, well, if you don't move in a welcoming energy, why would anybody welcome you? If you don't move in a welcoming energy, why would anyone welcome you? If you don't move in a welcoming energy, why would anyone welcome you? That's just dumbass energy to me to have that thought, but whatever. In a November 2025 interview with Billboard, Brown's longtime manager Anthony Ant Wilson said that he hopes that the residuals singer will get the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl someday. I also think the Super Bowl will be a great place for him, Wilson said at the time. I also believe it will happen. Despite his past controversies, namely his 2009 assault of then-girlfriend Rihanna, Brown has had growing support from fans and industry peers alike, seeing him perform on the world's biggest stage. After seeing Usher, I really think Jay-Z and them Gaga, Chris Brown halftime. Chris Brown would be nuts. That's the next one to do it, said Mace in a February 2024 episode of his Come and Talk to Me with Cameron, that part of that grape juice. And then Neo also says here that Chris Brown needs to headline the Super Bowl as well. In a March 2025 interview, Neo told radio icon Big Boy that he believes Brown should get his chance to perform at halftime. To be honest, and with zero ego, I say this: I feel that like Chris Brown should get the next one definitely. And then I'll go after Chris. He said near the 37-minute mark in the video linked here, but Chris deserves that like now. Do we need a campaign for Chris Brown to perform at the Super Bowl? So many years I've seen so many different artists perform. No CB, not cool at all. Better yet, disrespectful. You are great in my eyes, my G. You got Boosie and all of the stuff he child. This is who's fighting for you. This is a damn shame. This is a damn shame. Earlier this week, Boosie Badass tweeted, do we need a campaign for Chris Brown to perform at the Super Bowl? So many years I've seen so many different artists perform, exclamation emoji, fire emoji, no CB, not cool at all. Better yet, hashtag disrespectful, you great in our eyes, my G. You know, that would be like DJ PDF Epidemics fighting for Drake to perform at the halftime show. Oh my God, child! This is sad. Like, you can't just be happy for somebody. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Drake got invited by Bad Bunny. And he reportedly turned it down. Bro, you in a lawsuit with Aiden and racist Ross at stake, bro. And you rejected him back to the Super Bowl. Yo, dumbass. And ladies and gentlemen, he lost $1 million betting on the Patriots. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, gorgeous. Hey. Good to see you. Hey, Braylon, got your notification. Stop by, give you like. I enjoyed the halftime performance. The message was very clear. Yes, indeed, we need musicians that will give us a message, just like Kendrick did last year. In this climate, I'm sorry, we need more than Ja Ryan. Exactly right. Like, it was the halftime show that was needed. Now, personally, I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm probably never gonna be in the Super Bowl halftime show. The only time that'll probably happen is to introduce the artist. Okay, just to keep it a buck. And you know what? That would be a great thing to be able to introduce an artist at the Super Bowl, because I don't think really announcers have a prominence at the Super Bowl, like introducing people, which they should. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But it was needed to be done. But Chris, shut the fuck up. And do you realize every time you make a move, it dictates other people's movement on how you should move? You dumb fuck. Good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Brown is the black male version of Thirsty Toxicity and her supporters. Yes, indeed. All right. I'm sorry. Its supporters. My bad. Let me put disrespect on that name. Now, with that being said, this is very sad here. Saw this over the weekend. Wendy Williams' father, Thomas Williams, dies at 94 years old amid her guardianship battle. This got to be bad because he didn't get to see her daughter be free. I was very saddened by this, but 94 years is a very long time to live. Let's get into it. Journalist Alex Finney, who is Wendy's niece and a legend for sure, and just how to support somebody, announced the news in a heartfelt Instagram post on February 8th. Need to know, and by the way, this comes to us from People Magazine, people.com. Need to know, Thomas Williams, Wendy Williams' father, has died at 94. Journalist Alex Finney, who is Wendy's niece, announced Thomas's death on Instagram Sunday, February 8th. The news comes as the former TV personnel continues her fight to gain independence from a court-ordered guardianship. Thomas Williams, the father of Wendy Williams, has died. He was 94 years old. Journalist Alex Finney, who is Wendy's niece, shared the news on Instagram tribute on Sunday, February 8th. The tribute featured a montage of family photos with Thomas, who was her grandfather, set to Stevie Wonder's song As I Will Be Loving You Always. Heart emoji, dove emoji, praying hands emoji. Alex began in post caption. It's with an extremely heavy heart that I share that after 94 years of extraordinary love, strength, brilliance, and wisdom, my grandfather, Thomas D. Williams, has passed. I know he's in heaven with Nana, watching over our family, continuing to guide us as he always has. My grandfather was truly a man of a great intellect, author, educator, and keeper of historical facts. Papa poured into both his family and community. I miss him tremendously. I'm a little lost for words right now, but I love you endlessly, Papa. Give Nana a kiss for me. Heart emoji, she added. Thomas's wife, Shirley Williams, died in 2020 at the age of 85. Wendy confirmed the news at the time during an episode of the Wendy Williams Show, saying her mother died beautifully and peacefully while surrounded by love. And this was during COVID. I'll never forget because I watched that episode and Wendy was talking about, do you like this dress my mom picked out for me? She died. And I was like, wait a minute, hang on a second. Wait. Did you just say that your mom just died on live TV? Like, can we breathe for a minute with that? Like, I know we got other hot topics and stuff, but like, let's just breathe with that. And, you know, you can't tell somebody how to handle their grief. I felt like Wendy really wanted to let go. But that was probably her trying to disassociate so she could stay on point. But there's nothing wrong with being a human. And there they are, both of them. And if you watch the Wendy Williams documentary, they really, share the honest truth about, our daughter was a lot, but we're so proud of her. And, Wendy's diet was, crackers and, tuna fish and everything else because she was, she was a big girl, right? But her mom wanted her to lose weight. That Lifetime movie gave me a whole new perspective on Wendy Williams, for sure. Wendy 61 was last pictured with her dad in Miami, February 2025, for his 94th birthday festivities. The former talk show host, who is under a court-ordered guardianship due to claims that she is cognitively impaired, said that she was unsure whether she would be permitted to visit her father at the time. My dad's going to be 94 next month, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fly to Miami to say happy birthday to my dad, she said during an emotional January 2025 interview on the Breakfast Club. She went on to claim that her legal guardian, Serena Morsley, may not permit the visit. Wendy has repeatedly denied claims that she is cognitively impaired and continues to attempt to dissolve the guardianship. The guardianship was upheld as of August 2025 after doctors completed a new medical examination on the star, according to documents obtained by People Magazine, people.com. And this is why I'm hoping that Wendy gets out of that guardianship, because Kevin Jr. deserves his mom. And, praying for Alex, praying for Kelvin Jr., praying for that family. My mom has always said that it's just another angel on the team when someone passes away. And just very sad. The blessing of this is is that both of those parents got to see their daughter on national television. How many parents do we know that never get to see their kids make it? You know what I mean? And so it's a blessing that the parents got to see Wendy do what she did best. So yes, indeed, light, love, and prayers to the Williams family, thinking of them this afternoon. It's 12:06 right now. We have more Bring This Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. I'm going to need Kelly Farrell to get over here because you talk a lot of shit. You do. You went after Britt Eady and dropped her off like she was nothing. You know, y'all been best friends for a long time, and then you can't pay, your bills. And then you allegedly using money for trips and everything else, and you can't keep your restaurants open, and you tried to shade Drew Sidora. Well, Kelly Farrell, you're not going to mention this on the show, but I hope that Drew Sidora, she mentions this in the after show when Roa comes back. Check this out. Shout out to rollout.com, celebrating 25 years on to the next 25. Drew Sidora's twin breaks streaming records at 145.3 million. 145.3 million. Have you had a fifth quarter or half of those numbers, Kelly Farrell, for Nana's Chicken and Waffles for customers coming in? I didn't think so. I mean, my Lord Jesus, you are just as dumb as this individual right here.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
Now listen. With love, grace, and space, Portia did say that, but Portia's more famous than you, Kelly Farrell, because while you try and be Shamia's lapdog, and you and Shamia are not one to hear there or anywhere, Drew Sidora and Portia are both bigger than y'all existences. My Lord, let's get into this. Actress marks major streaming milestone as fans embrace her powerful film. Let's get into it here. Drew Sidora's latest film, Twin, has become a streaming sensation, accumulating 145.3 million minutes. Let me say that number again. 145.3 million minutes, 145.3 million minutes watched, and ranking among the most viewed films on Tubi. Give me a moment as we do these. Don't you just love our show? The psychological thriller has captured audience attention with its gripping narrative and Sidora's dual role performance. Twin, which premiered on Tubi in early 2026, follows a woman recently released from prison who attempts to assume her twin sister's identity while navigating the dangerous web of deception and suspense. Produced by Footage Film Studios and directed by Chris Stokes, the film demonstrates Sidora's versatility and command on screen. So here it is here. Most watched movies right now. So you have The Rip, which is, hang on, sorry, y'all. Right here. So you have The Rip, Netflix, 847 million minutes. Kidnapped, 461 million minutes. The Wrecking Crew, 345.7 million minutes. People We Meet on Vacation, 213.7 million minutes. And then Twin, on Tubi, 145.3 million minutes. 145.3 million minutes. Drew Sidora is in the same conversation as Netflix and Prime Video. And y'all want to get on to Drew Sidora. My Lord Jesus, it is the people that y'all support for me. Moments like this truly remind me of why I do. Seeing Twin ranked among the most watched movies right now with 145.3 million minutes watched. It's a blessing I don't take lightly. This project holds so much meaning for me. I'm incredibly proud of the work we create. Thank you for everyone who pressed play, support, and believed in the story. Your love and support means more than words. I am beyond grateful for this milestone at Footage Film Studios, Tubi, and Chris Stokes, 1969. A streaming success story. Streaming platforms has transformed how audiences discover content with services like Tubi attracted millions of users. Free ad-supported models allow films like Twin to reach broad audiences, quickly turn smaller projects into breakout hits. It's 145.3 million minutes watched highlights both its popularity and the growing demand for emotionally engaging stories. So here is the official trailer here for Twin.
Your mother and I are spending her vacation at the lake house this summer.
You're gonna miss me.
Maybe a little bit. Do we know you?
Who is this?
This is Justine, my identical twin.
I didn't know you had a twin. I didn't even know you had a sister.
Looks like you're living your best life. Justine, what do you want? You know I've been locked up for a while.
I have an auntie, and she just got out of jail.
Sorry, I never told you about her.
Every black family has a crazy auntie.
Baby, what happened?
Pulled out the gun and she went to shoot herself, and I just tried to stop her.
Well, what do we do?
Call 911.
She'll never recover her memory. As for the past 40 years, it's all gone.
As of a week ago, I didn't think I'd ever see her again. And now she is here, living with me, my family, with no memory.
It is weird.
Adam, it's Justine.
Oh, Justine? Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I felt something was off, right?
She is a dangerous person.
She has caused nothing but trouble for you.
Justine! How do you know my name? Why are you doing this, Justine? I'm not Justine. You are. I want my money. This is me taking back what's owed.
Woo, child! By the way, that film has 145.3 million minutes watched. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Okay, all right, moving on. A story that resonates. Twin explores themes of family identity and resilience. Sidora's portrayal of two distinct characters anchors the narrative and keeps audiences engaged throughout the suspenseful plot. Critics and viewers have praised her performance as authentic and compelling, elevating the film beyond typical streaming fare. Sidora has a diverse career spanning television and film appearances in series including The Game and That's So Raven. She's also gained recognition through Real Housewives of Atlanta, further expanding her influence across entertainment platforms. Behind the camera, director Chris Stokes of Footage Film Studios shaped the film's tone and vision. The collaboration with Sidora demonstrates how independent projects can succeed by combining strong performances, compelling narratives, and strategic streaming distribution. Sidora's growing impact. The success of Twin underscores Sidora's ability to select projects that resonate with audiences. The film's performance demonstrates the influence of thoughtful storytelling and dynamic acting in today's streaming-driven entertainment landscape. Congratulations to Drew Sidora. And let me tell you something, Kelly Farrell, you put some respect on Drew Sidora's name. 145.3 million minutes watched. Okay? That's on Tubi. Okay? That's on Tubi. Y'all are about to be in a Tubi loop. But congratulations, though. And this is what we should be doing, right? Sometimes, y'all, I really don't get why we are where we are. But then again, I do. Sometimes we will support ignorance just to say we're with somebody. Have you seen what happens when you're with ignorance? Ignorance means lack of knowledge. But some of y'all don't have really lack of knowledge. Some of y'all are just dumbasses that will just do anything, say anything, and be in any fashion just to exist. And if I ain't talking to you, I ain't talking to you. So stop it. You saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here, because I give it to you real straight, no chaser. Now, we're going to move on from this. something very sad that happened during the Olympics. This was very, very sad. Right here, Lindsey Vonn crashes early in Olympic women's downhill. So for those of you who don't know what the downhill is basically a ski slope to the highest degree, right? So right here, and by the way, shout out to the Associated Press for this. Lindsey Vonn crashed early in the women's downhill, dashing the hopes of Olympic medal at the Milan Corona Olympics on Sunday. The 41-year-old tore the ACL in her left knee just 9 days ago. Vonn lost control over the opening traverse after cutting the line too tight. It was spun around the air. She was heard screaming out after the crash as she was surrounded by medical personnel before she was strapped to a gurney and flown away by helicopter, possibly ending the skier's storied career. Now, for those of you who don't know, Lindsey Vonn did step away from the Olympics for a good minute before she came back, and to see that happen, I was watching it with my family because after the Super Bowl was the Olympics, and to see somebody step away and was so game to come back and to prove that she could still do it. I mean, for me, as long as she made down the hill, I thought that would have been a win for her. But to see her start and then to have that happen to her, my Lord, and just it was very sad, very, very sad. It hurt me, and I was hoping that she was okay. So Breezy Johnson did win the gold medal for the United States. Two other skiers crashed after Vonn. Arnora's Kana Moreno and Austria's Nia Ortib both crashed during their runs. Ortib was able to stand up and walk off the course, while Moreno needed to be airlifted. By the way, Breezy Johnson is from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Native, was 4 seconds clear of Emma Acher from Germany. Sophia Garga of Italy took the bronze. 30-year-old Johnson's only previous Winter Olympics was 2018 when she didn't make the podium for downhill Super G. She was injured for the 2022 games. So what is an ACL rupture? The ACL and anterior cruciate ligament connects the femur bone or the thigh bone to the tibia or shin bone. A rupture is a tear in the ligament that typically occurs in sports that involves quick changes in action, such as basketball, soccer, and skiing. Athletes typically hear a loud pop in the knee, which immediately gives out, followed by significant swelling. So she is in stable condition, everybody. Vonn is in stable condition. The U.S. ski team says Lindsey Vonn is in stable condition after her crash in the downhill. The Italian hospital says she's undergoing surgery to stabilize and fracture her left leg. The airbag inflated under Vonn's racing suit during crash. A mandatory safety airbag inflated under Vonn's racing suit during the crash. Supplier Dentis confirmed to Associated Press. The airbag, which is triggered by a complicated algorithm when racers lose control, may have softened her fall. Johnson's thoughts on Vonn after winning the gold. Breezy Johnson is an Olympic champion for the first time, yet most of her thoughts after collecting the gold medal were on Vonn. To have this course burn you and to watch those dreams die, it was one of the most heartbreaking moments of my life, Johnson said. Johnson has firsthand experience of crashing in Corrento de Ampezzo, knee injury sustained while racing at the Italian resort in January 2022. It's not the physical pain. We can deal with physical pain. It's the emotional, but the emotional pain is something else. I wish her the best. I hope that this is the end, she said. So that's some updates there. And like I said, nothing but love, prayers, and support to Lindsey Vonn. Very, very sad there, but glad that she is okay. Yes, indeed, y'all. All right, more Brandley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right for this space we're here right now. Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com, everybody. Here we go. No surprise about this destination, but of course, it needs to be mentioned. 47 disinvites Wes Moore, the nation's only black governor, from National Governors Association dinner. As the nation's only black governor, I can't ignore that being singled out for exclusion from this bipartisan tradition carries an added weight, whether that was the intent or not, Moore stated. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says he was uninvited from the National Governors Association annual dinner with the president. The governor shared The news known that the 47 administration's departure from the long-standing tradition. As the nation's only black governor, I can't ignore that being singled out for exclusion from this bipartisan tradition carries added weight, whether that was the intent or not. No, it was the intent. It was absolutely the intent. Moore also know that weeks ago he was a part of a group of bipartisan governors who visited the White House and collaborated with the 47 administration to reach an agreement on reforms to lower energy costs and improve grid reliability. Moore emphasized that the meeting showed what becomes possible when leaders prioritize results over politics. In a conversation with CNN, Moore says he doesn't know the president's intent in disinviting him, but he did know that his race is something that he can't ignore. I'm never in a room because of someone's benevolence or kindness. I'm not in a room because of a social experiment. I'm in the room because I belong there. The room was incomplete until I got there, Moore told the outlet. The White House traditionally hosts a black tie dinner after governors from all 50 states gather in Washington, D.C. for an annual bipartisan meeting. However, this year, the president did not invite several Democrat governors to the dinner, including Moore and Colorado Governor Jared Polis. Both have publicly criticized 47 still of other Democratic leaders who have been outspoken critics of the president, such as California Governor Gavin Newsom and Illinois Governor J.B. Pricker received invitations. So, wait a minute, so the two that's been flaming your ass, you invite them, but you exclude the black dude? Oh my God, I cannot. The National Governors Association CEO Brandon Taylor also condemned the White House for its decision to disinvite individual governors to the White House session, undermines that important opportunity for federal state collaboration. National Governors Association CEO Brandon Taylor said in a statement obtained by CNN. Like I said, I'm not surprised by this. We got to recognize right here that the president posted a video that depicted the Obamas as apes. Are we really surprised by this? It's the same person that wanted the Central Park 5 to be deleted for a crime that they did not do. Are we surprised by this? No, we're not. Finally, y'all, and like I said, I pray that for 2028 we fix this. We have the House and the Senate and the presidency go blue, and we fix all this shit. And it's going to take a long time to fix this hell that everybody else put us in, but moving on. Speaking of hell, saw this article from M+Route and wanted to bring this to you all because it's going to lead us to our final destination for this show here. So I'll have to pull it up. Here we go, y'all. From M+Route, a look at the racist history of Route 66. Route 66 to this day is one of the most popular road trip routes and tourist destinations in the country. It's dotted with quirky attractions and service stations that appear to be frozen in time, reminiscent of an era when women wore pool skirts and nearly every car had that distinct winged design. It's been lovingly called the Road of Dreams because during the Great Depression, hundreds of thousands of Americans traveled it, escaping poverty and chasing the American dream. But that road was a living nightmare for Black travelers and has a dark history that's not often discussed. We'll discuss it now. While Route 66 represented freedom for most travelers, that really only meant white ones. During the Jim Crow era, this route was a minefield of dangers for Black travelers. It was anything but the exciting road trip with spontaneous stops and precious photo ops that it was for others. Here's a look at the complicated history of Route 66. A polite notice to Black travelers. As you can see there, you see what it says. Just before construction of the route, or the route, the Chicago Tribune put out a notice in 1925 warning Black travelers of what they might expect. The notice stated the Negroes could make a definite contribution to good race relationship by remaining away from the beaches where their presence This sentiment was deeply felt by black travelers on Route 66 who were not welcomed at beaches or pools or other recreational sites along the way. In fact, many traveled with horrible toilets, bedding, and other necessities that prevent them from needing to stop at service stations along the way. And for those of you who don't know, when Dorothy Dandridge put her toe into a pool, they had to drain the whole pool. Know your history. Sunset communities and Triple K cafes. Yeah, that was a thing. Still is a thing, child. The majority of communities along Route 66 were known as sunset communities or sundown towns. These were areas that did not allow black travelers after sunset, making the planning of the drive particularly difficult for black commuters. Failing to properly manage their route means they could find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time and quickly in danger. Many of these communities had named their businesses in a way to send a strong signal around to black travelers of what would come if they broke the rules. It wasn't unusual to see quaint cafes and beauty salons with Triple K names like Kelly's Cool Cafe to send a message. Yeah. The Green Book, tourist pamphlet or survival guide? I think more of a survival guide than anything else. But also was a tourist booklet for what we could be and how we could move and where we could go in our culture. It quickly became that black travelers could not venture out of the 2,440 miles of Route 66 and stop wherever and whenever they felt like that was only a luxury afforded to white travelers. So a black postal worker named Victor Hugo Green created the famous Green Book, the official full name, the Negro Motorist Green Book. It listed cafes, gas stations, motels, and other businesses that were welcoming to black travelers along Route 66. It was less of a fun road trip map and more of a survival guide for black travelers. During the Jim Crow era, black motorists simply did not go on Route 66 without a copy of this book. Some iconic stops from the Green Book. Most of the businesses listed in the Green Book are gone now or nearly gone, dilapidated structures, one gust of wind from falling over. But the Green Book did know that some places and regions were particularly friendly to black travelers. Minneapolis as a whole was one of the safest regions at the time, according to the Anderson University Archives, and was the home of Terrence Cafe and the Indiana Motel, two popular stops for black motorists on Route 66. The De Anza Motor Lodge in Albuquerque was another great stop. It was owned by an Indian art collector who welcomed black, Hispanic, and Native customers alike, offering a meal, a place to stay, and occasional live entertainment. The Booker T. Washington Hotel in San Francisco was another spot in the Green Book, along with Clifton's Cafeteria in Los Angeles and the offbeat restaurant in Oklahoma City. Clifton's in Los Angeles still stands. The last standing black-owned Route 66 business. Though most of the businesses that bravely provided a safe haven for black travelers on Route 66 during the Jim Crow era are now gone, the one still remains standing. The Threat Filling Station. Alan Threat, a black homesteader from Alabama, opened the station in 1915 when he recognized the lack of gas stations serving black travelers on Route 66. It quickly became a popular stopping point where travelers could not only fill up, but often park their car for the night and to get some rest before moving on, unwelcomed at nearby hotels. Eventually, Threat added a cafe, a bar, even a stage for entertainment. The station is now closed to the public. The station is closed to the public now, but the National Trust for Historic Preservation added it to the list of America's 11 most endangered historic places. According to Route 66 News, Threat's descendants are working on turning the station into a museum. So first of all, congratulations on that. That's the destination that we're going to talk about right from the space right here and right now. Here we go for Black Enterprise Magazine, Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com one more time. Yes, indeed. So descendants revive Route 66, only black-owned gas station honoring their ancestors. Dedicated descendants have restored Route 66, only black-owned gas station to its former glory, and are planning on expanding it further. The Threat Filling Station in Oklahoma, the only black-owned station on historic Route 66, has been revived by dedicated descendants determined to honor their ancestors' legacy. Founded in 1915 and housed in its current building since 1933, the Threat Filling Station was the first and only black-owned service station on Route 66. before closing in the 1970s. News on 6 reports. Now, after renovations by descendants of the original owner, Alan Threat Sr., much of the station's original charm has been restored and is ready for the Route 66 channel. I know that they will be proud, said Edward Threat. I firmly believe that they're looking down on us. They know what we're doing. They know why we're doing what we're doing, because that's the way we were raised. The station's location and service made it a crucial stop for Black travelers during the era of Jim Crow, including sundown towns. In 2023, the founders' cousins and grandsons led preservation efforts, and they are now planning an expansion that will include an interpretive center to share the station's history, set to open by May. I never thought about that one day I would be 75 years old, Edward said. I never thought about one day I would be an elder of this family. When I was a kid during life, I did think about death, but now I never come on this property without thinking about grandma and grandma. Threats are a close knit family atmosphere at the station, with the cousins helping out as they grew up. Even after the station closed, family members continued to live in or visit the building well in the early 2000s. He was just proud of himself, his whole complete family, said Reverend Alan Threat III about his grandfather. In addition to the interpretive center, the Threats hope to expand the property across more than 100 acres, potentially rebuilding a baseball diamond that once hosted Negro League games, reopening a restaurant next door, adding an RV park. I'm trying to make sure that people know that they can come here. Edward said they can enjoy, relax, and know that if you don't look like me, I'm not going to discriminate against you. So first of all, how amazing is that they are making it do what it do? For this, I'm going to see if I can bring up the station and see if we can look at the website here. Because when I saw this, I'm just like, what? So we are on the route. I mean, just amazing. So here it is here, everybody. So this is the Threat Filling Station Foundation. This is their website. Right here. And so here's a video here about the story if you want to see that. So this is it right here. So just wanted to showcase that to y'all. And you know what? Our history is so amazing. You know, the movie I think about the most is Hidden Figures. Y'all remember that amazing movie with Janelle Monáe, Octavia Spencer, and Taraji P. Henson, and how those 3 Black women helped NASA be what it is today. And sometimes the best stories are the ones that are hidden. The words of Jeffrey Wright, let the truth come to light. We watched a video about Uncle Nathan Nearest Green, who was the first African-American distiller on record. So, yes, indeed. Y'all, that's the show. Of course, as you guys know, we always bring you a positive news story. And y'all, look at this right here. Look at this right here. Megan Thee Stallion throws boyfriend Klay Thompson a birthday badge with a performance from M+Route, Bone Thugs and Harmony. And shout out to that. Shout out to that. Happy birthday to Klay Thompson. And right here, earlier in the day, there we go. Earlier in the day, Megan treated Klay to an intimate beachside lunch for a romantic moment before festivities. Safe to say the lovebirds are still going strong. That's the Thompsons right there, okay? That is the Thompsons. Y'all, that is the show. We're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, and we'll be back with more Raptors. But first, I'm going to turn off my camera first, rather, because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So we're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back with more Brainley's Virtual Tour live right after this. We are live on tour. Like, how much subscribe? We'll be back right after. Wait for it. I can get it. This. Here we go.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brain only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment. News done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the One More Please Wherever You Please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
World of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers.
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites.
A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Sweet boy and blue, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my best value. I come from Memphis. Our fun is your fun.
Welcome to the celebration.
Toxicity is the show.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Well, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap.
But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousness. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. I gotta turn my camera back on for just a minute because y'all look at this energy right here. Look at these two. Oh my Lord Jesus, man. Listen, I can't play the music obviously because of copyright, but Bone Thugs and Harmony making it do what it do for Klay Thompson. That just makes me happy. And then look at these two. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, Meg. Lord, me next. I am so happy for them. I am truly happy for them. I mean, to find somebody that loves you for all of you, not fifth quarter or half of you, but all of you, well done to them. Well done. Well done. They get married and make kids already. Damn, I'm like an uncle. Y'all, that's the show. That's all I got for y'all. We talked about a lot this morning, didn't we? We did it this afternoon. The Seattle Seahawks whooped ass on the Patriots, disrespectfully. Bad Bunny shut it down at the Super Bowl. Chris Brown, and Drake are both butt hurt because they're both losers, waste of life, and really nobody ever really wants them around. Thomas Williams passed away at 94 years old. Wendy, you got another angel on the team. Gorgeous. Drew Sidora whooping Kelly Farrell's ass in accomplishments with a movie on Tubi that has 145.3 million minutes watched. Meanwhile, Kelly Farrell is in lawsuits. Can't be respectful around people, and she might be using money to pay for other things and can't keep restaurants open. And is a lap doll for somebody else, but can't be her own person. What a shocking concept. Woo, a person on TV with no personality. How dreadful. Then we got Lindsey Vonn, who crashed in the middle of her downward slope event during the Olympics. Light, love, and prayers to her. Glad that she is stable, A-okay, and prayers to her friends, her family, and Team USA. And honestly, too, y'all, prayers to everybody in the Olympics, y'all. I know we got this rivalry, Team USA, this, that, and the third, but all those Olympic athletes are making it do what it do. And there was a woman from Japan last night that shut it down on the ice skating rink. And so I'm just a person who believes talent is talent. Of course, this matters too. Being black matters, but also too loving people matters just as much. Westmore, brother, you will be fine. You will be president. Jasmine Crockett will be the vice president. I will be your press secretary. Then me and Jasmine Crockett will be married, and she will be Jasmine Lee. Jasmine Crockett Lee, Jasmine Lee, Miss Lee, if you're nasty. And then, of course, the only black-owned gas station, Threat Filling Station, is being restored by the family members. And then, of course, these two right here, just having a wonderful time celebrating Klay's birthday, then Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's what we do around here. We went from California to Route 66, baby, and ended it with a great couple in love. That's what we do over here. Okay, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We cover dark stuff, but we give context, conjecture, and connection on why it needs to matter. And that's just blind, oblivious, and just lackadaisical, because we can't ever be not one-dimensional. Okay. So, with that being said, by the way, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. With that being said, y'all, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Don't forget, y'all, today. And looks like it is very hot outside. So, okay, listen. For those of you who want free coffee today, okay, because we make sure that people get stuff over here, just download the Dunkin' app and type in Goodwill Dunkin'. Okay, they're giving away 1,995,000 free iced coffees of any size. Get the large. I'll give y'all a quick story before I head out here. When the new Dunkin' opened up, we have a newspaper called the Daily Kent Stater. And they had these coupons for free coffees, right? I grabbed 7 of those newspapers and went in once a day and just got free coffee. And my friends were like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, no. They want me to do this because if I like the coffee, then guess what? They want me to tell y'all, then you tell somebody else, and then you tell somebody else, and then it creates a ripple effect. So when you get something for free, utilize it, okay? So any size today, all right? One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. Send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.